We're learning this Sfas Emes Boh, Shnas Tavrish Lamedalet. The Medrash Kovet Even Mekas Ovel. Machis Defonai Bedvorim Betelim. This is the Medrash. Medrash says, V'im Hashem al Moshe Boy al Paroi. This is what it says, Kovet Even Menot al Achoil, V'kas Avil Kovet Mishneim. Avnimus Hagardi asked Chazal, he said to them, Ha'oretz, the world, how was it created? Amaloi, he said to him, a person is not booking in these things. Go, Rabbi Yosef Abanoi, the builder. He went and he found that he was standing on the erecting something. Amaloi Sha'ali Eshli L'Shoel Oischo. He said, I have a question to ask you. He says, I can't go down because I'm paid by the day. Ask what you want. So he said to him, how was the world created to begin with? So he said to him, HaKadosh Baruch Hu took dirt from under the Kisei HaKovei and he threw it on the waters, and then it became land, and small stones that were in the land became mountains. In the dirt became mountains, as it says, Batsekes Elfo Lemutzak Uregovim Yudboku. And this is for sure something that people understand, because it says Kovet Even V'notal Hachoil. What does it mean, Kovet Even? Meaning somebody who sees the mountains and the great valleys, great heights. He doesn't say, how could Baruch Hu create these? Right, what does it mean V'notal Choil? He took the sand. But the choil, in a sense, is sitting on the water, and he carries it. It is beloved before people see the wonders of the beauty of the world. They think it's a difficult thing to do, but it's not. Shenema HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't become tired, nor is it difficult for him. What tires me? Somebody who's wasting his time with needless speech. As it says in Malachi, you troubled Hashem with your words. Another Medrash continues, so you can translate Kovet Even. Kovet Even Otel Achoil. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Kibati es Yisrael Bo'olam. They are called Even, as it says at the end of Bereshis, Misham Roya Even Yisrael. The Klal Yisrael is called Even. For Otel Achoil, he took the sand. These are Yisrael that are made similar to the sand, as it says, V'oya Mispeh B'nei Yisrael Kechol Hayom. He took them to the world. And I said, Rabbi Yeshua Omer, Tikun Sforemu, Eini Ksiv, V'omdo v'yechisu lefonai, V'kashi lachaloison. And he went and they made anger before me, and I wanted to destroy them and to send them away from the earth. And I said, Bishul Paroi Rosha, that he couldn't. We shouldn't say that I was unable to save Klal Yisrael, therefore he destroyed them. So the most difficult thing is the anger against somebody who's not so wise. That's why it says Ki ani ichbadati es liboy, that I made him, his heart hardened, his heart. That the anger of a person who's not smart is more difficult than anything else. So this Sfas Emes goes into this medrash, and he says, when we know the world was created with 10 statements, and how long did it tell us to take it? How long does the Torah take to tell us this? In Bereshis, we find it in one Parsha that's completed in it all of Ma'aseh Bereshis, all of creation. Yisrael, and to tell us the story of Yetzias Mitzrayim, we needed 22 parshas, because to rectify that which Rishoyim destroy is a hard work, more than to create something new. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu is koyochel, but man was given choice, and he wrecks it. Therefore, you need to find a way of getting around it. Therefore, rectifying the creation and the existence, keeping it existing, is greater work than the actual creation itself. Bria was included in the general. Yetzias Mitzrayim, leaving Egypt, is the rectification of every aspect of creation. That's why there were 10 makis and 10 statements of Hashem. The makis took longer, but they were to show that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in charge of everything. And all of the Briim were changed. And everything is a shinoi in the 10 makis. That's why you have everything that's found in the world affected by the makis, because the makis were a rectification of creation, and that's the bechina of the individual portion. Therefore it says, Asher tzisicha me'eretz Mitzrayim, that I took you out of Egypt. V'lo yasher b'risicha, that it doesn't mention I created you, because creation is easier than taking you out. Yetzias Mitzrayim is a greater pella, a greater phenomenon, and that's specifically for Bnei Yisrael. HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us out from Eretz Mitzrayim to be specifically for Him, as it says, Yatzeh Gvulis Amim. We find in the Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu established the boundaries of nations according to the Mispar Bnei Yisrael, according to the numbers of Bnei Yisrael, meaning that Bnei Yisrael are a watch for the sanctity, that no nation or tongue should be able to come to the inner part that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave in creation, that inner speck of godliness should remain because of Klal Yisrael. And it says, Ushmartem mitzvosai. Shmartem can be meant that you should keep them, but it also means you watch over them. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to attach oneself and to glue oneself to sanctity is togetherness. That's what He wants. That's why He says V'shomer b'nei Yisrael as a Shabbos. Klal Yisrael watched and kept Shabbos. Two ideas: watching and keeping. Therefore, it's called Chol. Therefore, they're called Chol, because just like the Chol is the boundary of the ocean, as it says, Koyach Masav Higid Li'amoy, this is the wisdom of Hashem. He showed them how they could act as guardians of the holiness. This was all came about because of Yetzias Mitzrayim. Therefore, on Shabbos it says Kivoy Shovas. On that date He rested. He took us out with a strong hand. That the Bria and Yetzias Mitzrayim is one thing, and it's a rectification of the Bria. And the 7 days, in the 6 days of creation, since they had it in Bria Shemayim V'Oretz, therefore everyone can touch it. And you need to rectify all those 6 days through Bnei Yisrael. Shabbos Kodesh, where there's no connection to the rest of the world, as it says, Oisi, the Torah testifies that Shabbos is a special sign between me and Klal Yisrael. Since nothing was created in it, it's only for that purpose of sanctification of Klal Yisrael. Therefore, it says Bnei Yisrael V'Shabbos me'iden ze al ze, that Bnei Yisrael and Shabbos stayed witness about each other. Shabbos, like Bnei Yisrael say, V'Chol HaShemayim V'Oretz, is to say that God created the world and He rested on Shabbos. And Shabbos takes witness that Klal Yisrael is voracious for Yisrael, that it was the reason for creation. And the way we rectify things during the weekday, we merit to Shabbos. That somebody who watches himself during the weekdays is watching for Shabbos, is guarding the sanctity of Shabbos. Shabbos is the shirish, is the root of the life, the existence of all the days. As the Zohar says, that from Shabbos all of the 6 days of the week are blessed. Through the work, the Torah, the Gemilas Chasodim, the Tefillah during the week, and the mitzvahs we do, we receive on Shabbos before all of the other existing creatures. That's why it says, Achodesh hazeh lochem. That's why this week's Parsha we have that the month was given to you. The Yisrael was Zoichen Yetzias Mitzrayim, to be the first ones to receive Shefa, goodness from Shemayim. All of this was when we were on our land, as Chazal tell us. So all of what the Sfas Emes is saying here is that it's taken more difficult the 6 days of the week than receiving the Kedusha on Shabbos. But the Kedusha on Shabbos enables us to exist throughout the 6 days of the week. And this is why when we left Mitzrayim, there were the 10 Makkos, so that we could recognize that all of creation had to be watched over, not just ourselves, not just the Jewish people, but to do it so that the entire world would benefit. May we be zeicher soon to be able to see it again in Eretz Yisrael, the Beis HaMikdash created, and the world benefiting from the brocha that will come with Mashiach Tzidkeinu B'mheira V'yameinu. Amen.